Coming up on this edition of Bearkat Student Media News, the Student Health Center is moving out of the pandemic phase, which could leave your pocketbook a little lighter.
Also, hear how a well-known TikToker brought some shock to Sam Houston State University with her message of repenting sins and shaming premarital sex.
Live from the Dan Rather Communications Building on the campus of Sam Houston State University, this is Channel 7 News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Fatima Maldonado.
And I'm Hunter King. Welcome to Bearkat Student Media News.
A man charged with murder remains in jail tonight. Huntsville police arrested 58-year-old Lawrence Cobb early Saturday morning after responding to a call about a dead body the night before.
The body of an unidentified female was found at a residence in the 20 block of Ashworth Road. No word on how she died or if she knew Cobb. Cobb's bail was set at $500,000.
No more free COVID tests at the Student Health Center.
Bearkat Student Media's Macy McShann met with top health center officials and asked why.
If you're expecting to walk out of the Student Health Center at Sam Houston State University with a free at-home COVID test, plan to walk out empty-handed. The last free tests were handed out last week.
Nothing, no, there's no place to get free COVID tests on campus. But you can purchase one at the pharmacy right now.
At SHSU, operations are back to normal in a post-pandemic world. According to the CDC, state and local health departments have the authority to determine how case investigation and contact tracing should be implemented locally. Sam Houston State received state and federal grants to pay for all things COVID during the pandemic.
There was no more money available to request because we are moving kind of out of pandemic phase and into more normal operations. So at that point, at the end of the fall semester and going into spring, any testing that we have in the clinic or in our pharmacy, we're having to purchase out of our own operating budget funds.
With the grant money, the Student Health Center invested in 2 new PCR molecular testing machines for in-clinic testing. This test is implemented when a patient comes in presenting symptoms and allows for same-day test results. The health center also stocked up on over-the-counter tests.
I think one thing that's important to note is that what we are charging the student is exactly what we pay for the test. So we're not marking it up we're not making any profit off of that. We're just basically recuperating our costs of now having to purchase the test.
Executive Director of Health and Well-Being at the Student Health Center, Erica Bumpers, also explained the difference in cost when going to other health centers, such as urgent cares, where you can be charged 2 to 3 times more for testing.
So we're going to continue to do the things that we can do that make sense, that benefit the students.
When buying an at-home test at the pharmacy, students and faculty will pay directly. The cost is $10 per test. There is no copay or an office visit fee. The only insurance the Student Health Center bills is the plan offered through the university. Though the SHC no longer updates cases by location, the COVID-19 at SHSU email is still live.
I would just encourage people, if they have further questions, to use those resources and reach out to us and ask if they're not sure.
On the campus of Sam Houston State University, Macy McShann, Bearkat Student Media.
Banned children's books were read aloud in the Newton Gresham Library lobby.
Sam Houston State University Honors College students hosted the read-in to help educate people on why these children's books were removed from library shelves around Texas.
Bearkat Student Media's Genaro Prieto has more.
Many Newton Gresham Library patrons were surprised to see childhood favorites on the list of 13 banned books to be read. They grabbed popcorn and took a seat. Senior Gabrielle Butler read Hair Love.
It's important to continue to amplify stories, even if they are being contested and very controversial, because no matter what, somebody can probably resonate with it, and representation is very important.
About half of the books were banned due to race, LGBTQIA+ themes, religion, and or other hot topics in today's public debate. Others were harder to identify, like Goodnight Moon, because one librarian's distaste for the book's sentiment. The Paperbag Princess, because she did not marry the prince. Dr. Seuss's The Lorax, for allegedly promoting environmentalism and anti-logging views.
I learned that it's so much more than just the content. It has to do with parenting styles, and it has to do with personal morals and beliefs and how people choose to put that onto their children.
According to a PEN American report from September 2022, Texas schools ban more books than any other state. The Honors College designated a special course to take up this contemporary debate.
So I think that's the kind of healthy dialogue and debate that we want to have with college-age students, because they're going to be the leaders in our society, and they can go out and help to make informed conversation as we have these larger sociocultural discussions in our society.
Another read-in is planned for later in the semester, focusing on college-level books. From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Renato Prieto, Bearkat Student Media.
Last week, we told you about Sister Cindy's visit to Sam Houston State University.
Bearkat Student Media's Angie Rodriguez caught up with the controversial speaker and asked what motivates her.
You may not know who she is, but if you were on campus between February 28th and March 2nd, you probably heard what she had to say. Sister Cindy Smock came to Sam Houston State hoping to spread her message of repenting one's sins and giving their lives to the Son, Jesus Christ.
Jesus said, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every person. He that believes and is baptized shall be saved. He that believes not shall be damned. So it's the Great Commission that sends me here.
Sister Cindy tried to connect to students by retelling some of her stories from when she attended the University of Florida. But despite her best efforts, some students still did not listen to what she was trying to preach.
I thought it was kind of funny, to be honest. I don't really take her that seriously. It was kind of a nice break going with academics and stuff, just having that kind of laughter and just seeing what she has to say.
While visiting the campus of Sam Houston State University, Sister Cindy had many messages she wanted to get across to students. One of them, obey Jesus, and her most well-known, be a hoe, no mo.
Now this phrase first became popular on Sister Cindy's TikTok, where she currently has more than 400,000 followers and almost 10 million likes. But Sister Cindy doesn't believe her fame came from the app.
TikTok did not make Sister Cindy. Sister Cindy made TikTok.
Either way, Sister Cindy's visit to campus brought hundreds of students together, most of them just curious to hear what exactly she had to say.
I'm kind of pretty neutral about it, I'd say. I don't really necessarily believe or disbelieve her. She can think it's real and that's her own opinion, and I can believe what I want to believe. But I really just think it's funny.
From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Angie Rodriguez, Bearkat Student Media.
Coming up, have you ever parked on campus after thinking you'd be fine, but got stuck with a parking ticket?
SHSU parking enforcement clears up a common misconception about after-hours parking.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education. Third-generation Bearkat Tacey Webb roped her way to a national championship through her hard work and fearless dedication. Trading her saddle for nursing scrubs, Tacey set her sights in another arena, a place where she can champion the needs of others. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Tacey reach their championship potential. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
You're watching Bearkat Student Media News, a production of the Mass Communications Department at Sam Houston State University, only right here on Channel 7.
SHSU students had the chance to network and meet future employers. The Career Success Center hosted the College and Career Fair, partnering with the College of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Last Thursday in the Orange Ballroom, students checked in and met with companies willing to employ students for internships. Many also came to learn more about what the event had to offer.
We had a meeting yesterday talking about the importance of building up your resume, trying to get internships in your resume and volunteer experience. So we came in here looking for like those opportunities and stuff like that. And honestly, there's a lot of good opportunities in here.
Businesses lined in rows greeting students with information and tables filled with goodies.
Students gathered at the tables looking for opportunities to jumpstart their futures. How many parking citations do you think parking enforcement hands out? And have you ever been ticketed on campus?
Bearkat Student Media's Benet Mvovi talks to a campus parking official and has more.
Being a college student comes with many obstacles. 1 is graduation, 2 is parking.
We wrote 28,146 citations for fiscal year of 22. This fiscal year, we've written 11,700 some citations.
It's no secret that SHSU campus parking can be a bit of a gamble. A few organizations on campus extend an olive branch to students when it comes to campus parking. They allow them to park in their lots. Students just need to leave their keys. Other students are forced to either take the shuttle, buy a parking pass, or worse, walk. After-hours parking on campus is a common misconception when it comes to receiving citations.
So I think one of the biggest misconceptions about parking on campus is the fact that parking may be free after 5 p.m., but that's not the case. Parking permits are required 24/7 on campus. You have to have a permit regardless, whether that's a pay-by-hour permit or a parking permit for the entire year. If you do have a permit after 5 p.m. until the next day at 7:30 a.m. is you can park in any zone as long as it's not a reserved space, handicap, fire zone, etc.
So, should students have to pay a separate fee for parking? Are parking permits even necessary?
I do think we need parking permits here. I think they should be cheaper, but I also think we should have a commuter-only space with the amount of spaces needed, and they should also be cheaper since we are a commuter school.
Grad student Emily Hayes believes parking should be handled the same way other services on campus are handled.
I think it should come out of tuition, and you should be able to just park where you want because you're already paying X amount of money to be here. Parking should be included, like the same as the health center and the rec center.
From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Benet Mvovi, Bearkat Student Media.
Free games, free teacher giveaways, and free cupcakes. Find out more about the Pure Health Ambassador program and learn how you can join. The PHA program hosted a meet and greet in the LSC on Thursday, March 2nd. The event was open to all students to recruit new members. The PHA program offers great benefits to the ambassadors, including free merchandise, printing, a lounge to study or nap, and name brand snacks.
Students who join the program meet with other ambassadors to discuss various health matters with 3 supervisor president. They discuss mental, physical, and sexual health.
What made you come to the Pure Health meeting today?
The free soda and the free cupcakes.
The deadline to join the program is March 8th, so hurry and sign up before it's too late. Still ahead, you'll see a tradition that dates back as far as 1893.
Hear how the Huntsville community, as well as students, faculty, and staff, march together for an annual celebration.
And it will remain warm through the weekend, but we may see some showers early Friday. I'm forecaster Jemiah Capel, and we'll have your full weather picture after the break.
Sam Houston Memorial Funeral in September of 2003. Our partnership with the Small Business Development Center is just like our partnership with other vendors in our community.
We developed a marketing plan, a strategic analysis, as well as social media presence.
If you let them, they can take your dream, put it to paper. That's the way we got started, and 13 years later, we're very happy to be a part of this community.
I enjoy seeing kids, regardless of their age, see the light bulb go on and they have that aha moment. In 1997, I started Tomorrow's Promise, the Montessori School of Huntsville, with 3 students. The Small Business Development Center helped me with classes on how to open a business.
We also helped Kay market through social media, website analysis, and develop funding opportunities.
We have grown to 38 teachers and over 220 students.
Good afternoon. I'm Jemiah Capel with your local forecast. It's currently 83 degrees in Huntsville with partly cloudy skies throughout the day. The humidity is at 48%, winds at 6 miles an hour with the feel light temperature at 83. Around the region, Centerville is at 80 degrees, College Station is at 83. Groverton is now at 84 degrees. Livingston checks in at 83. Conroe at 84. And finally, Hardin checks in at 86. Statewide, we have El Paso seeing a temperature of 80 degrees with cloudy skies, and Lubbock 53, while Dallas checks in at 86. San Antonio seeing a warm 85 degrees, and in Brownsville, it's a toasty 86. Around the nation, it's 48 degrees in New York, 41 in Chicago, and 84 down in Miami. Denver is a cool 43 degrees, and lastly, we have LA is 61 degrees. For tomorrow, we'll have to wake up to a temp of 67 degrees in Huntsville. Sunrise will be at 6:39 a.m. with mostly cloudy skies, winds from the south at 4 miles an hour. Humidity will be 94%. The 5-day forecast for Huntsville. Tomorrow, the high is 84 with a low of 63. Friday has a high of 67 with a low of 61 with a 62% chance of rain. Saturday, a high of 84. Sunday, 81 and partly cloudy. And Monday has a high of 70 with a low of 48. That's it from the Bearkat Student Media Weather Center. I'm Jemiah Cavill. Have a great rest of your week.
Time for this week's Ag Report.
Bearkat Student Media's Justin Hardcastle has the latest on corn, wheat, live cattle prices, and more.
Good afternoon, SHSU students. Let's check in on those ag prices. The current corn prices are about $6.50 a bushel, and that's up a little bit from last week. Cotton is down to about 83 cents, which is down about a cent from last week.
Which one?
Live cattle is sitting at $1.66, which is a little up from last week, and feeder cattle are down to about $1.92, but have still been trending upwards lately. Those wheat prices are down about 1.4%, continuing a downward trend that we've seen over the last couple of months. And those soybean prices are at 51 cents. And soybean oil is also up at about $1.55. And that's going to do it for this week's Ag Price Report. We'll see you back here next week.
New on-campus apartments that offer luxurious living options are coming soon to Sam Houston State.
My co-anchor, Bearkat Student Media's Hunter King, has more on the new residences.
Turning into the 2000 Sycamore apartment complex on a sunny afternoon, your ears are greeted with the sound of construction. Sam Houston State University recently bought the complex, which is now receiving a facelift. It's the newest edition of student housing to be available 1 year following the new San Jacinto Hall opening.
So yes, the renovations are going really well. We've painted all the interiors of all the units. We have bought all new appliances, or the appliances that needed to be purchased. And we're now doing the flooring, and then we've purchased furniture, so they will be fully furnished as well.
The apartments will offer 2 options for students. The first is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. The second option is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit. The apartments will feature granite countertops, vinyl plankwood floors, an in-unit washer and dryer, and a back patio. They're also equipped with a full kitchen, including a microwave, full-size refrigerator, and a dishwasher. The living area is a relaxed space and will include a chair, sofa, end table, and dining table with chairs.
One of the things that's unique about Copper Village than the rest of the campus is that it's going to be co-ed, which that means that all of the 2-bedroom apartments can have males and females living there.
While some staff and students on campus share some excitement for the new apartments, others have felt inconvenienced by the situation.
Officials at Sam Houston told me that some renters still live here at 2000 Sycamore and that some have already left. They were given the option to leave or stay, and if they left, they did not have to pay the fine for breaking their lease.
They told us we had to move out before April the 1st. Everybody that used to live here had to move out, so they're gonna put the students in here soon. It was kind of crazy because we wanted to renew here. These are good apartments, good 1-bedrooms, and we couldn't, so we had to move out.
As the final few trickle out before the deadline, others prepared to move in this fall.
From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Hunter King, Bearkat Student Media News.
The men's basketball team heads to Sin City looking to punch their card to the big dance. I'm Bearkat Student Media sportscaster Bené Mbovi, and I'll have all of your action on the field and on the court coming up after the break.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education. Third-generation Bearkat Tacey Webb roped her way to a national championship through her hard work and fearless dedication. Trading her saddle for nursing scrubs, Tacey set her sights in another arena, a place where she can champion the needs of others. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Tacey reach their championship potential. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bené Mbovi with your Bearkat Student Media Sports. After a historical win against Abilene Christian Friday, Bearkat Hoops will take their talents this Thursday to the 2023 WAC Men's Basketball Tournament in Las Vegas. Bearkat Student Media's Jeremiah Powell has more.
After a convincing 72-54 rout of the ACU Wildcats Friday, the red-hot Bearkats will look to continue their historical run in the Western Athletic Conference Tournament. Bearkats men's basketball team has won a school record 24 games this year, and students have taken notice of their great season.
I think the Sam Houston basketball team did a great job this year. They started the season off with a bang against Power 5 school Oklahoma, going into Norman and upsetting them, and backed it up with a lot of consistent good wins. Every time they lost, they would bounce back with a winning streak, finish the season 14-4 in conference, 24-6 on the year.
Students have also acknowledged how this year's team is different from last year's team.
Yeah, so Sam Houston, they had a great year, rebounding from last year, losing the semifinals. Very disappointing season for them. But this year, 24-6 has been a great and awesome year for them. Had some very highs, beating Oklahoma, beating the team by almost 100, beating Utah. So a lot of good things happened for this team this year. So this team's built a lot of confidence heading into the conference tournament.
The WAC men's basketball tournament will take place March 7th through March 11th. The Bearkats have the #1 seed in the tournament and will play their first game on Thursday, March 9th at noon on ESPN+. If the Bearkats win the tournament, they'll compete in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. This will be their third all-time appearance in the Big Dance. From the campus of Sam Houston State, Jeremiah Powell, Bearkat Student Media.
The women's basketball team is scoring in the postseason. The Cats played the ACU Wildcats in the first round of the Western Athletic Conference in Las Vegas on Monday. The Cats were losing up until the fourth quarter when they took the lead with less than 3 seconds on the clock. When the Cats were down 72-57 with just 6 minutes left in the game, they recovered when Michaela Woods scored 6 points in the final 10 seconds. They pulled off the stunning comeback of 82-81. The Bearkats advanced on to play our rival SFA in the next game. On Saturday, the baseball team lost on Alumni Day to Illinois. The Cats suffered an 8-3 loss at the Don Sanders Stadium. Illinois scored 2 runs in the second and the third on a pair of 2 home runs off starter Stephen Beard to take the lead. The Bearkats added a run in the third to cut the lead to 2. Joe Redfield doubled down the right field line and scored when Justin Wischkowski followed with a double down the left field line. Redfield brought the run in the 7th on a fielder's choice, but Illinois added a solo home run and a 2-run shot in the 8th to put the game out of reach for the Cats. They did win on Sunday, but lost 2 of the 3 in the series. A lot of assignment on the field and on the court in the coming weeks. I'm Bené Mbovi, and that's a wrap on sports.
Members of the Huntsville community came together this past Thursday to celebrate Texas Independence Day and the birthday of former Governor Sam Houston. The annual March to the Grave is a tradition at Sam Houston State University that dates back all the way to 1893. Members of the SHSU ROTC program led students, alumni, and Huntsville residents on a march from the old main pit on campus all the way to Oakwood Cemetery.
Their event organizers and honored guests spoke, thanking everyone for attending the march, as well as remembering the life of General Sam Houston.
Well, that'll do it for us here this week at Bearkat Student Media News. I'm Fatima Maldonado.
And I'm Hunter King. We'll see you back here next week.